A lot of people waiting for this check, right?
Yeah.
We heard about this back in June. State lawmakers approved this rebate back then. It's meant to address sky-high inflation and rising gas prices. So how much you get depends on your income and the size of your family. We're going to give you a few scenarios here. Couples who filed jointly and made less than $150,000 and have dependents will receive the most. We're talking about $1,050. That's $350 per person plus another $350 for dependents. This is the largest bracket, representing more than 80% of beneficiaries out there. Individual filers who made less than $75,000 will receive $700 if they have a dependent, $350 if you filed individually and you don't have a dependent. Those making up to $125,000 will receive $500 with a dependent, $250 without. What do you need to do to get this refund?
So will we ever receive stimulus checks again? I would love to know that every state in the United States was sending their residents, those on a fixed income, those on a low income, those that are on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA survivors, that you would get a $1,400 check. And all of this news is right here in this video. So if you're interested about this news, then stay tuned because you do not want to miss. Hey, what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another show. Happy Christmas, December. Hope that you're doing well. There's so much things going on. COVID is up on the uprise. Things that are happening in our own backyard. And yet again, the federal government hasn't sent out stimulus checks. The biggest question is, when will they do that? Well, because they haven't told us. But what I do know is that several states are sending out stimulus checks to their residents. And we have some of that information right here in this video, as well as if one job wasn't enough, it's hard to work a little more sometimes, especially when you got a family, when you got kids, if you have some health issues, or maybe you can only work so much, then how are we really supposed to make it with this high inflation? Well, right here on the screen, inflation has led to 44% of Americans taking up a side hustle, up 13% since 2020. And the reason why is because simply what you get paid at your first job doesn't really make enough to cover things if you want to do anything extra. Maybe you like going out to the movies, maybe you like going to see a show, or maybe you just want to go eat something fancy. Yet again, having that extra money is the only way that that can happen. After a year of inflation pushing up the price of everything from food to gas and housing, Americans are turning to side hustles to financial gaps, okay? They got so many things to pay for. According to recent Lending Tree, 44% of Americans say that they have a side gig, and you can as well guess, I can attest to that. I have a side gig. This is my side gig. This is something that I do on the side because I love you guys. It really does do me good to bring you this information. I work a full-time job, a little more than a full-time. I put in about 50 hours a week. And yet again, I make sure that I do research every single day to bring you guys this updated news. So if this rose 13%, can you imagine how much it's going to rise next year and the year after that? Because inflation hasn't went down. In fact, it's literally staying kind of current. So people are literally having to work more just to make ends meet. If you got kids, man, you know, if you bought diapers, like I bought diapers for my little man, diapers are not cheap. Anything for a kid really isn't cheap nowadays. And even toys. I bought him a little toy and man, it was not cheap. A little toy truck and it was like $40. I'm like, wow. I remember back in my day, you could buy this for like $3, $4. So again, many things are going up and I thought that you might like that news. Now, here's the biggest question. Will we ever receive stimulus checks again? And that is a good question. The inflation drama that continues to make daily life more expensive comes with an impossible catch. Average people, particularly low-income families, need financial assistance to cope with rising prices, but a fresh round of stimulus payments would only make inflation worse by injecting more money into the economy. So here's a question. What are people supposed to do? What are seniors, fixed income, those on low income supposed to do with inflation being so high? I get it. Checks would probably make it worse, but what are they supposed to do? Ride it out till it gets better? Well, when is it going to get better? In March, several Democratic representatives proposed the Gas Rebate Act of 2022. The act would give eligible taxpayers $100 a month. Eligibility would be based on income along with $100 a month per eligible dependent to help them cope with the rising fuel costs. But we saw how far that has got. And it even says here, it still has a long way to go. They would have to work its way through Congress to become a law, but it hasn't even passed preliminary steps at the committee level yet. So the good chances of that going anywhere really hasn't. But beyond that, the only other stimulus payments are coming from the following states. You have the state of Colorado, and those eligible Colorado residents will receive checks of up to $400 to $800 depending on their filing status, but they could get even more if the state was earning a higher revenue, and payments will continue to keep going out. Delaware's governor approved the one-time payments of $300 that will continue to go out from now until the end of the year. Georgia falls in line with $250 for single filers, $500 for joint, and those started going out way back in May, but will continue to send out payments throughout the remainder of the year. Hawaii falls into the same category of $300 for taxpayers, and those continue to go out. Idaho, Indiana, Maine, Minnesota, New Jersey, New Mexico. Those are all states who have somehow pushed past all of the Congress stuff to send out stimulus checks to their residents. Now, these states actually have a plan in the works. According to Forbes, the following states are considering proposals that, if passed, that would provide targeted stimulus in one form or another. The state of California, we know that, Kansas, Kentucky, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Why is this so important? Well, simply because Kansas, Kentucky, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania have really been on the back burner. And so if you're in one of these states like Kansas, Kentucky, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, then you've already been waiting for a stimulus check to hit your account. Yet again, nothing has really been passed. It's kind of been in the works. It may not be for residents, but it was for some teachers, and the other one went to residents. But we will let you know as soon as any information is given, and that is our promise to you, to make sure that we keep you updated on all the stimulus check news. And if you have any questions or concerns or anything about your state, then let us know down in the comments below, and I promise to keep you updated on things that are happening right here in this country. I want to thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos to come, and if you want to win a free Christmas gift, if you like my new t-shirt, I've got an elf t-shirt. Hope you can see that. It says Raised by Elves. I've also added some new decoration like a Christmas tree. I just need some more lights. I just wanted to bring out the Christmas spirit. So many good things are happening, and this is the best time of the year that has a way of bringing people together. If you want to jump in and win that, then make sure to follow these steps, letting us know that you are truly the #1 fan. If you want to jump in on the movie giveaway, then follow these steps and guess which movie quote this came from.
What are you talking about? You gotta get back on duty. You're not a cop.
Yeah, you're right. I got this down the costume shop. But it can't hurt to pretend.
What a wise and act.
Again, I want to thank you so much for watching. I couldn't leave without showing you a clip of my favorite video. Here it is.
Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Santa's coming to town.
Santa! Oh my God! Santa here? I know him. I know him.
I hope that made you laugh. I hope that made your day just a little bit better. Again, stay tuned for more videos to come. Make sure to stay safe, stay warm, and stay sanitized. Until next time, I'm John Miro. Peace.